Your time is coming. And you have to believe your time is coming because there's no other option. What you want is going to work out because there is no other choice. There is no other option. There is no reality. There is no timeline where you don't accomplish what you set out to accomplish. That's the mindset you have to have. You have to have the mindset of, this is going to work because it can't not work. Victoria Monet, she just won 3 Grammys the other day. And apparently, I'm a new fan of hers. I've been listening to her for a few months. But apparently, she's been at this for 15 years. She is 34 years old. She is 34 years old. She's been at this for 15 years. She is 4 projects deep into her career, has a kid, and she finally just got her flowers. And she said something so beautiful in her speech. She said that she likes to think of herself and all the music and all the work she's done in the industry thus far as kind of the seeds underneath the soil. She's been planting these seeds in her career for all this time, and she's finally sprouting. People are finally seeing her and recognizing her talent, and you have to have that same mindset. Victoria Monet did not give up. She did not give up. So many other people in her position would have gave up. Her tour tickets, I had friends who saw her on tour. Apparently her tickets used to be like $40. That price went up. After the Grammys, that price went up. Best believe. Yesterday's price is not today's price. But $40 for those tickets. She was not as big as she probably thought she was going to be. She's been at this forever, but she did not give up. And listen, let's just be real here. I'm going to be so real. Like, no one knows how long it's actually going to take to get somewhere. Some people's paths are longer because their purpose is higher. I'm going to say that again. Some people's paths are longer because their purpose is higher. Sometimes you are meant to accomplish more than what you think you're supposed to accomplish. And things just take time. You have to believe in divine timing, and you have to consistently put in the work and go after what you want, and you have to have, I don't even know what I'm saying here. I don't even know what I mean to say. You have to continuously put in the work. If it's something you want to accomplish, you can't ever give up on that. There's no such thing as failure. There is no such thing as failure. There is such a thing as giving up too soon. As we see in Victoria Monet's case, she did not fail. She did not fail. She made it. She fucking made it. She made it a little late comparatively, right? If you're going to compare her to other people who, were 20 years old. I mean, Tyla just got her Grammy. Tyla's younger than me and just won a Grammy. Victoria Monet is finally getting hers, and she's way older than her. But sometimes you're just meant to accomplish more. What's for you is for you. And no one can ever take that away from you. What is meant to happen to you, what you're meant to experience in this lifetime, you were going to have. The universe, God, whatever you believe in, would not have given you the dreams you have, would not have given you the desires you have and the drive you have and the ambition you have if you weren't meant to have those things. You would not, you would not dream of being a singer. You would not have that fantasy in your mind if that's not something you were actually meant to accomplish. It is up to you to pursue that dream. You can't just see something in your head and feel all these great emotions and feel passionate about something and let it fizzle out. Because ultimately, we're going to die. Sorry, but we're all gonna die, and that could be tomorrow, that could be next week, that could be in a few years, or that could be when you're super old. You know what I mean? We don't know. There's so many ways and things. There's so many different things in this man-made world, that could kill us. That's morbid, but it's true. And we owe it to ourselves to do what we want to do while we're here, whatever that may be. From the biggest dream to the smallest fantasy, of maybe you really want to drink from a coconut on a beach somewhere you've never done that. It is up to you to live that life. You would not have that dream if you weren't supposed to go do that at some point in your lifetime. That's not how this works. If you have a dream that's it. That's your calling right there. And maybe you don't know what your purpose is. And for those people out there who don't know what the purpose is, I say to you, go out and experience life. That is the only way. In order to know what your purpose is, you have to know yourself to some degree. And you can only know yourself by going outside and experience. Get as much life experience as possible. Try as many new things as possible. And I don't mean new completely random things that you would just never do that are completely out of character for you. No. Go and do the things that you haven't done before that excite you, that interest you. You gotta try some new shit if you're ever gonna really know. And through that, you will figure it out. Case in point with me, right? I'm an actor. I have not made it yet. And I can't wait to watch this video back or for people to find this when I do make it. Because, like, it's inevitable, like I said at the beginning of this video. Your success is inevitable. My success is inevitable. There's nothing in this world. Nothing in this world. Nothing that could happen today, tomorrow, or next week that is going to stop me from accomplishing my purpose. Because what is meant for me is meant for me. And I will not stop until I get it. There is no other option. There is no world where I live where I don't accomplish my dreams and my goals and the things that I set out. That I don't go and live my passions. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So my success as an actor is inevitable. It is. I don't know when, I don't know how. I don't know what role. Okay? We just had a strike. The industry's taking its sweet old time to bounce back. And that is stressing me out a bit. You know? And I'm sure you could hear the emotion in my voice. Like, I'm having an emotional time before I started filming this fucking video. I don't even feel like filming it. But I figured, you know what, maybe right now, while I feel some kind of way, is the time to get this message out. Because it is so important to never give up. You're going to experience hardship. You are going to experience so much hardship. Do not give yourself extra struggle. You are going to struggle any motherfucking way. You are going to struggle anyway, because that's just the way life is set up. There are ups and downs, okay? But when you're up, you need to be up. And what I mean by that is you need to, when you're up, you need to experience life to the fullest. You need to be happy. Enjoy it in the moment. Don't be low and fantasize about the good old days when you were high and you weren't in the moment. You didn't enjoy it when it was there. When you're on that vacation or you're out at the club with your friends or those happy moments of your life, like, be present. Be present and be happy and be fucking grateful. Be grateful you're here and you're breathing. Be grateful you're here and you're breathing and you have a device that allows you to watch a video like this, because so many people don't. So many people don't have that. You're privileged right there. I'm privileged right here, sitting on this couch. I am. Regardless of the things I do not have yet, I am privileged. You are privileged in some way, shape, or form, and you need to find that privilege and you need to hold on to it. Because gratitude is what sees you through. Gratitude is what gets you through those dark days. Gratitude is what keeps you going and what allows you to manifest more of that into your life. You manifest more positivity when you yourself are operating from a positive mindset. You are radiating at a positive frequency. You are. You need to have that balance, like you do. You need to be in that positive place as much as possible, because life is going to try you. Life is going to try you. Listen. My life was so great up until like last year, and it's still great. God, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. Like, I have my own spot. I live where I want to live. You know what I mean? Like, I have a cool couch with cool pillows. Okay, I really like this color scheme. I have these Playboy posters above me. I really wanted my apartment to look like this, and it looks like this. So, like, I am grateful. But, like, life is going to try you. I have had a shitty ass time. Okay? I'm not going to get into it. Okay? I'm not going to get into my personal life. But, like, things have been hard. Things have been very difficult. I'm going through the worst time of my life. And a lot of people around me are. I've noticed a lot of people struggling. Some about 2023 just had bad jujus. I don't know. And it's trying. Lord is trying. It's trying to carry over into my 2024. The negative jujus in 2023, they're trying to carry into 2024, and I will not let it. I will not let it. Because nothing that ruined my last year is going to ruin my this year. You know why? Because this year is my motherfucking year. In one way, shape, or form. Maybe certain things don't blow up the way I expect them to. But guess what? I'm going to expect positivity and great experiences regardless. That's the energy. That's what I'm manifesting this year. That's the energy I am radiating this year. I am radiating positivity and happiness and health and well-being and gratitude, because those are the things I want to come into my life. I am radiating fun. I am investing into being a fun individual, because I want to manifest more fun into my life, and I shall. I shall. Regardless of whatever happened this year or however I felt before filming this video, like, things are going to work out just fine. Because I will not allow them to not work out. Like, it's not possible. So back to the whole actor thing, right? I'm an actor, I mentioned that. And the reason I started acting, the whole reason I even started acting, part of it, I was in middle school. I went to the School of the Arts from middle school. So the 6th grade, I was like 11 or so. And I had always wanted to model. I always wanted to be a model for like the longest time, right? I dreamed, my literal prayers, I kid you not, every night from ages, I don't know, 5, whenever I would be old enough to start praying, I don't know, but from a little me, right, from that age, from the youngest possible age to probably like 16, 17, I literally prayed to God every night. I put it at the end of my prayers, God, make me 5'11". I literally wanted to be tall. That's the only thing I actually ever asked God for. Especially when I was younger, like I would pray like for height. I wanted to be tall. That's what I wanted. I didn't ask to be pretty. I didn't ask to be rich. I just said, God, make me tall. Make me tall is the one thing I asked for, and I'm a fucking midget. And I hated it for so long. I really did. You know, I still do sometimes. There's like no benefit. I mean, it's cool sitting down. Like I'm comfortable sitting, but there's like, besides like being comfortable on a plane or something, there's like virtually no benefit. Like I'm 4'11", so not a legal midget, but like damn near a legal midget. If you're short, obviously I'm not talking shit about you. I'm talking shit about myself right now. But yeah, that like broke me for so long because the one thing I wanted was to be tall because I wanted to model. And I knew if I was tall, I would outmodel all these bitches. I knew I had it. I had it since I was a kid. I just didn't, I didn't get the height and I begged for it. I begged for it. And you know what? That's not meant for me. It's not meant for me. But you know what is meant for me? Modeling. Because my ass, where's the picture? It's not even Miami. My ass, I'll just put it on the screen or something. My ass was in fucking Vogue, bitch. I walked New York Fashion Week. I didn't even realize. I gave up modeling and I threw myself into acting. So that's kind of how that happened. I threw myself into acting and then I fully gave up modeling once I realized it was never going to grow. And I was like, okay, whatever, that dream is dead. Not meant for me. Well, being tall wasn't meant for me, but modeling is still meant for me because look at me. 2020, during the pandemic, I started a clothing line with my mom, completely out of nowhere. That is something that's a part of my story that was meant for me that I didn't have planned. Sometimes things, positive, amazing, beautiful, great things are going to happen to you that were completely unplanned. You may have a very detailed plan like me. You may have a plan for your life. You may already know your purpose and know what you want to accomplish. And you may, you will accomplish those things if that's what you want, but you will also accomplish other things that you did not see coming. There are going to be good things that you didn't see coming. There are going to be people that you didn't plan to have in your life that are going to be the best people you ever met. You don't even know. That's the beauty of it. That's the fun part. I mean, the friends I have right now, you could not tell me this time last year my current friend group was going to be what it is. Because like I was not hanging out with these people at all. And I'm so happy and I'm so content with who I'm with because they're such great people. I love you guys so much. And I'm where was I even going with that? I'm so grateful for that. And yeah, so many things are going to be unplanned and unexpected, and they're going to be some of the most amazing experiences of your life. My mom's been a fashion designer my whole life. We started something new during COVID out of freaking boredom. Out of boredom. Like, she made a tracksuit, not this one I'm wearing, but I am wearing my brand. It's called mauikaimalone. I'll leave it in the description if you guys are interested. Shameless self-promo always. But we started that like kind of out of nowhere and it blew up into this bigger brand. We decided to take it seriously, and we have New York Fashion Week next week, our first fall winter show, independently produced. We have a PR team. We have a Essence published article. We were in Vogue a few times. Marie Claire, Vanity Fair. Like, we have great things going for us right now, and I would never in a million years seen that coming. And because of my brand, I became a model again, and not even on purpose. I did not start this brand with my mom and see it and be like, ooh, here's my chance to become a model again. I gave up. I was dead serious. I was dead ass when I said, yeah, I'm not modeling. I'm no one's gonna hire me. It doesn't matter how great I am. I'm too small. And it's even more insane. And the reason why I hated it so much is that my parents aren't even short. There's no one near me that's anywhere near my size. I felt like a fucking genetic defect forever. And I still do sometimes, because literally, how did this happen? How did I get, did I not eat my greens? Growing up, like, what happened? Like, why am I this small? It literally doesn't make sense. My mom is 5'5", my dad is like 6 foot, my brother's like 6'3". What happened? Probably wouldn't have tripped about it if my parents were short, because it would have made sense, but it literally does not make sense. So, like, you know, it's frustrating. But yeah, I didn't see my business as my opening to be like, oh yeah, I should model. Happened completely by accident. In the beginning, because we were cheap and we're, you know, operating on minimal resources, we did everything ourselves. So I modeled all the clothes. We did our photo shoots. I modeled the clothes, my mom modeled the clothes. We were the original models. So I have a whole modeling portfolio of my own stuff, simply because we didn't want to hire anyone else. My company, this is kind of changed a little bit. I haven't been in any of the recent shoots, but you know, there's a reason we decided like to make me the face. Like, my shots were so good. My photos were so good. I wasn't even a real model. I was just messing around, you know what I mean? But because I wanted it and I had already had that natural talent and I guess that drive, it was still there. I had given up consciously, but I guess like subconsciously somewhere it was still in there, you know, because I ate my photos up. I ate my photos up, y'all. I don't know if it's in the frame. If not, I'll just put it on the screen. But this is me over here on my wall. I ate this up. I ate this up right here. And I walked on the runway for the first time for our first New York Fashion Week show in 2022 simply because we had one more outfit in our looks, right, for the show. We had one more outfit that not one model looked good in. We had put so many girls in that bikini, it literally just didn't look good. It just didn't look good. And I was like, you know what? And it was like my bikini. That was the design I wanted in the show. And I was like, no, I'm not going to let it just, like, and plus I didn't want it to be uneven. I wanted 20 looks in the show. That would have made it 19 if we cut it out. And I was like, nah, I'll walk, I'll do it. Or no, my mom, she suggested first, like a month or two prior, like, hey, you should walk on the show. And I was like, nah, not believing in myself, right? Because I gave up because I was too short, and I was like, whatever. And I care about my brand. I was like, nah, I'm not good enough. I'm not a professional, and I don't want to embarrass myself or embarrass the brand. So no, we're not doing that. And then like 2 days before, no one looked good in the bikini, and I was like, screw it, I'll walk. First of all, just so y'all know, I used to be bow-legged and knock-kneed. Okay, I look crazy. People used to make fun of me when I ran, at school, at PE and stuff, just so many things against me, right? And I walked back and forth in my parents' apartment. I walked back and forth in the hallway, like all night long, in heels, figuring it out to make it work. I was like, nah, like I'm gonna walk, and it's because I'm not gonna have this bikini not be worn, and I'm just gonna make it work. And I walked. I'll have to do a whole nother story time on the disaster of the show. Our show was amazing, but the production company we worked with and everything was like not great. That disaster. But yeah, to wrap up that story, basically, I had rehearsed in that specific pair of heels, and mind you, because I'm small as hell, obviously I have small feet. There are no models in that building with my shoe size. There's just not. So when it came time to our show, apparently someone had stolen my shoes, okay? Like, someone had moved a bunch of people's stuff out of a room, so my shoes are missing, and they're like, yeah, we moved you guys up. Time for you to walk. I'm third in line to walk. I've never walked before. Didn't want to embarrass myself. Didn't want to embarrass the brand. Already felt some kind of way because I'm 4'11" in a room full of 6 feet plus girls. And I already felt like I looked stupid. And I'm like, oh my God, now I don't have shoes. And my mom's like, okay, just walk barefoot. And I'm like, no, it's not happening. Eventually, I did find a pair of shoes. They were still too big. One of my models saved me. Did find a pair of shoes, but they were still too big. And I'll put the pictures on the screen so you can see. But like, I ate that walk up. Long story short, I ate the walk up. That was my first time on the runway. Everyone was coming to me after the show like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Wait, you're the model, you're the designer too? Because obviously I did the walkout at the end. So everyone's like, oh my God, oh my God. Like, people were coming up to interview me, and it was this crazy thing. Like, everyone was saying like, wow, like that was like the best walk. I've never done this before. And it's insane to me that was something I originally wanted and was originally passionate about, that I gave up because I thought I wasn't good enough. And I thought, you know, maybe modeling just isn't for me and acting is. No, modeling and acting are for me. Being tall just isn't for me. And you know what? That's motherfucking fine. That's fine. It sucks sometimes. It's annoying when I can't reach stuff. You know what I mean? But like, it's fine. Because ultimately, like, my life is still going to work out the exact way I want it to. Maybe all of these things happen, but I'm not tall. Oh well. Oh well. oh well, there are worse things to be mad about. I could be ugly. Like, it could be worse. It could be worse. I had no hair like 2 years ago. My hair was damaged and I had to cut it all off. And I was so insecure that whole summer because I was like, oh my God, I'm bald. Like, I hated it. It looked good for like 2 weeks and then it grew out to like that little like in between stage. I just felt like I looked crazy and I hated it. So it could be worse. I have hair now. My hair grew back. But I'm getting away from the point. But the whole point of me saying all of this, bringing up Victoria Monet, my own personal story with the acting and the clothing line, and my own personal struggles right now is what's meant for you is for you and nothing and no one can take that away. So regardless of what you go through, regardless of how hard it may be today, how hard it may be tomorrow or even next week, like eventually, and let's hope eventually isn't, a lifetime from now, but eventually things will work. You just have to force them to work. And I don't mean force them by like not work with the grain. You still want to, be on the path of least resistance, as least resistance as possible. But ultimately, like, if you want something to happen, you are going to make it happen. You have to care enough and want it bad enough. If you want something bad enough, there is nothing that can get in your way. Nothing that can get in your way. Last story, and then I'm for real done. I knew I wanted to move to LA immediately after high school to act. Didn't really care what school I went to. I ended up going to Loyola Marymount University. I did get into I got into UCLA. I didn't choose UCLA. Didn't get into USC. But I didn't really care where I went. I just knew I needed to be in Los Angeles by any means necessary. I was going after college. I was going to go at 18. I'm not going later. Like, I wasn't staying. I lived in Florida before that. I was not staying in Florida. I needed to get up out of there. Okay? I hated it. Okay? I needed to get up out of there. I did well in school. Right? So to get into those schools, everyone says like you need good SAT scores and stuff like that and a high GPA. Now my grades were good and I did have a bunch of AP classes, so my GPA did look nice. However, my test scores, I took the SAT maybe 6 or 7 times. Honestly, like 6 to 8. I don't know the exact number. Let's just say 7 to 8. It was a lot of times. And I took the ACT. I got an 1160. On my SAT every single time I took it. When I tell you I did every single prep method, I had the SAT prep books. I did the SAT tutoring at school. I did the online SAT tutoring. I did Khan Academy. I did organic chemistry tutor. I was tutored at school by the smartest guy, like top of our class. I was tutored by him. Not one thing I did, not one prep method changed. Like it didn't work. I'm not good at tests. I have ADHD. Like I'm just not good at it. And I didn't let that stop me. Oh, and I took the ACT, got the equivalent score. The equivalent score. So just nothing was gonna help me. I literally just, that's still recording. It is still recording. Literally got the same score. And every single time, like I was bummed out, but I was like, you know what? Nothing's gonna stop me. Because according to everyone, I don't know, whoever, that score was not good enough to get into any of those schools in LA. And I knew I needed to go to LA because I needed to go to LA. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Like, I don't know how I'm going to end up there, but clearly it's not with these SAT scores, but regardless, one of these schools is going to accept me. Like, I stuck to that. And if not, I'm a hitchhike. I did not care because being in LA was a part of my purpose and a part of something I wanted to do. And there was just no way it wasn't going to work out. I did not leave room. And that SAT score was something that was continuously in my way of coming to LA. And I did not let it stop me. 7 times or however many times I took that test. And just every single time, fail. 1160 is like the equivalent of a C. Like, it just wasn't good. My math and my reading sucked. Like, test. I'm so grateful to not be in school. I hated school. But I made it, didn't I? I made it. There wasn't room. I did not leave room for there to be any other option other than my success. Nothing is going to happen to me other than my success. Because that's what I'm speaking out. That's what I'm putting out here. And there's nothing that's going to stop me, regardless of whatever I'm going through right now, all the things I'm going through right now, or whatever you may be going through right now. If you want something bad enough, if the universe blessed you with a dream, with a certain desire, with a certain passion, and that purpose, you are going to accomplish that. There is no reality where that doesn't work for you, or that doesn't happen for you, regardless of whatever bad things may happen along the way, whatever detours you may take. There are several different paths to the same destination. If your destination, if you have it, if you know it and it's something you love, you will make it there. Or if you don't know your destination yet, you don't know your purpose, go out and experience life and you will find it and figure it the fuck out. Or you will just, through experiencing life and going on all these different paths, you'll just end up at a destination anyway and realize you're doing something that you love. I don't know. But you're going to be just fine. Life is going to be just fine. I'm going to be just fine. We're all going to be just fine. You really, 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 really have to believe that. Just like Victoria Monet believed that. So I'm proud of Victoria Monet. I'm proud of myself for making it this far. And I'm proud of you, whoever's watching this, for clicking on this video, because that means clearly you want to try. You want to do better. You want to believe. And it speaks volumes. So keep up the good work. Thanks so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next video.